We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Elliott. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They get it to him running left. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, 47.
A give to Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's got it to Hearns. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. A good pickup there at 22.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Box it. Hoko, over here.
Rodgers now to throw on second down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Rodgers hands to Montgomery and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, check 26.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
Get reset. Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Prescott now on second down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jake Ryan able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He finds Hearns left side. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
A second down throw for Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Prescott from the gun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Uses the stiff arm. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Rodgers throwing again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He got 29 yards that time.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Rodgers going to throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Zoom.
Rodgers again now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott on first down. His throw incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 10th carry now for Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's brought in left side by Tate. Touchdown, Packers! Auden Tate, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Finding room to the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run forward with Montgomery. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
47, 26.
They'll run it with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. And now the Packers get set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
We got 4. Hey, check 26.
Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Zoom. 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, check 26. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Rodgers going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On play action, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
That's fine. Yeah.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's time to punch one of two tickets to the Super Bowl. It's the coach, and this is the Madden Ultimate Team Playoffs. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
That's fine, yeah.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On second down, Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Eagle. White 90. White 20.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, Vic out of the gun. Flush to his right. He's got the foot. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Rodgers now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Rodgers to throw once more. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But when you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Barkley. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
90.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll try to throw it here. Vick hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. 3rd and long for Vick. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A first down throw coming for Vick. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now a second down throw for Vick. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Vick. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This will be caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Again, it's Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. A very solid gain of 27.
A nice catch there by Jerry Rice. And when you look at the yardage he compiled in his NFL career, it seems staggering at 22,985 yards. But let's put a little context with it.
Yeah, we ran the numbers earlier. Larry Fitzgerald, who was contemplating retirement this past offseason, would need 7 more 1,000-yard seasons to break Jerry Rice's record.
That's context. That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. That goes for a gain of 31.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And his throw is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything. Throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
White 20! White 20!
So here's Vic following the interception. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Clay Matthews in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 8. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Michael Vick, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good coverage. Skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Frank Clark. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
He'll try to make it more here on this drive.
190, 120.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
Hey, let's go. You got three down. 190, 120, 190.
Vic on second down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing, Vic. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Zoom. Jumbo!
Rodgers looking to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Rob Gronkowski with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second down, Vic. He was looking for John Ross that time.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Vic now. They'll find Everett there, complete. They give him a gain of 38. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Rodgers now to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Rodgers throwing here. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
To Barkley on the check down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now here's Vic. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
190.
First down, Vic. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. Now a second down throw for Vic. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game.